Hello and welcome to my channel. Maybe around 4-5 years ago, when I started to have extra money set aside, that was then that I had a realization that I can begin collecting some things. Since I was very much into outdoor stuff before, climbing mountains and being with a local Davao City Red Cross high angle rescue team, I was already at home in the woods. When we were doing those climbs, it was not a conscious effort for me to bring along knives. I mean, everything that we did, especially if you have to cut down something, that would be a no-no. You just take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and what was the other one? Kill nothing but time. So if you're gonna be bringing a knife and chopping some wood and then leaving some splinters and then blah blah blah, it wasn't in line with what we do. So knives was just not a priority, but it was needed. I carried one with me, whatever I can buy off the local malls, and it was not that numerous then as compared to Davao City now that we have lots of malls. To make a long story short, this is one of those knives that I bought when I was already having a conscious effort of, hey, I need to have knives. It wasn't for the reason that just in case I'd be climbing again. It wasn't about that. It's just that since I was not actively climbing anymore, maybe I can divert some of the funds so that I can collect knives. This is one of those knives. The very first knives that when I was already making rounds, being conscious of, hey, there's a knife there somewhere, there's a knife in this area somewhere. This is one of the knives that I saw and did not hesitate to buy. Schrade cutlery. It's a chopper with a wide thing there, belly there for chopping things, and it's got the gut hook for skinning whatever animals that you would be wanting to skin. The thing with this knife is it's an all-in-one knife. So if you want to chop off something that would function like a machete, and it could probably go through bone. I haven't edged this one. I mean, I just left it stock. I didn't make a conscious effort for this to be razor sharp. So this one is an all-in-one knife, and what appealed to me, because you're a newbie knife collector, whatever knife you can get your hands on would be a good knife because it's already added into your collection and it's just in standby if ever you're gonna be using one. So for this one, that's the chopper, and along with that you also get other blades for it. This one would be a saw. Another would be that very familiar shape, a bellied shape, hunter shape, and a small piercer. The sheath is just so-so, it's got a leather something here so that you can, it's still good because you can put that around your belt, and you don't need to take off your belt. It's gonna be flipping around because it doesn't have a lanyard that attaches to your thigh, but you can always do that if you're gonna be wanting to carry this. If I'm gonna be wanting to carry this, so first time I saw this, like, yeah, this is cool. So how do you how do you switch out the blades? It's easy. It's got a lock. Pull out that lock. Then, like a traditional back lock, you press that in so that it disengages that lock there. And there you go. That's the first of the blades. And you have a handle and the sheath. The sheath is only made to fit this blade. That's why it's the default. No, the plastic sheath, I mean, because this is the nylon sheath. It's only made to fit this blade, and it's default to that because of that shape, so it's okay. Now if you want to saw on something, you also have a camp saw. The versatility of this knife is just so that even for a newbie knife collector, you would be saying that, yay, I have a functional blade with 4 functions as compared to 1. So this is your saw. I haven't tried it. I have a saw there outside. I don't need, yes, because you would want to see if this saw is effective. But hey, I'm not gonna be doing that. It's just a tabletop review. It's just blah blah blah. I'd make sure to make a video if ever I'm gonna be using this saw. I promise. Okay. Now for now, it's just like this. No sawing. I'm gonna be making a mess in the room. So that's for the saw. It's got this pistol grip there, so nice. Effective. There's little movement, but that is a saw as compared to using a spoon or a fork or a knife. That's a proper saw. So that's already good, it's function number 2. Then this is a classic bellied hunter. Then lock this in, and you have a fixed blade hunter. Smudges on the blade. I hate that. I would want it to be clean, but hey. See that? It's a nice knife. It's a functional knife. And this rubber, it's rubber. It's kind of tacky. There's a sticky feel to it, especially if you don't use it. But I'm sure if you're gonna be using it more and more, the tackiness would be wearing off, and it's just gonna be a nice, comfortable handle. Thumb jimping there. Thickness of the steel is okay. I just don't know what kind of steel this is. Maybe a 5CR13 MOV, 7CR13 MOV I would be happy with that. And the fourth would be a thin blade. Nice. It's a piercer. Judging on how it looks, there's a little bit of, you can hear that? It's gonna be a piercer in a nice blade shape. all in all, it's of good value. You know, it's you won't be you won't be asking for I want a high performance cutter. I want yeah. It's just a knife, a basic knife, a saw, a flat bellied knife, and a piercer and a chopper. It's what you get. And if you're gonna be caught outside of your comfort zone in the woods, I would be taking whatever I can. And this would be one of them. I'd gladly take this just so that you have something with you if and when the time arises that you need them. I'm just gonna do a cut test real quick. See how these cut from one blade to the next. So this blade is the piercer. Better than a fork or a spoon, definitely. Not the sharpest. I can sharpen this, but that's okay. Let's try the flat belly. Oh, that's two paper there. Let's just get one single paper. This one is still biting, can still bite. And I'm just not giving much effort for it to bite. And the saw, of course, will not be cutting paper. And the last one would be this, the chopper, the bone chopper, like a machete like with a skinner. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I haven't sharpened this. I haven't touched anything. So it's just stock in its stock form. The small piercer is the sharpest of them all. Okay, no fuss about that, man. I mean, just one for each specific task: cutting and dressing, piercing, chopping. I'm already happy with that. It's got a sheath, it's got a plastic sheath so that it doesn't pierce through. That will be it. And I hope you liked the video. Please hit the subscribe or like button or the bell button so that you'd be notified if I have new videos in the future. And keep the support coming. I'm really very thankful for it. As always, thank you for watching, and I see you guys the next time.